do. So, some notes today. Legacy is intentional. It's designed, not declared. Sports builds human beings, not just athletes. Big events, they succeed when you invite people in. And legacy thread, 84, 94, 99, 26, and 28. And Rich Perlman said 68. So apparently the Olympics is coming back in 68, the Olympic and Paralympic Games. But it builds confidence, infrastructure, and expectations to do more. Whew, I'm out of breath because every summit that we do, I say that the work that we do is really hard. Sometimes we wonder if we're making a difference. Sometimes I wonder if I'm making a difference. And you're a gift. I'm glad you were present. I belong because of all of you. You know, we're talking about belonging and inclusion. I belong because of all of you. You know, a lot of people have come up to me throughout the day and said, you know, your opening remarks, you know, were spot on, they were so great. I want you to know that I am a vessel. I am a vessel for community. I'm a vessel for the organizations that we've touched, that we've supported, that have touched and engaged with us. I am simply a vessel, and our platform is simply a platform to tell your story, for you to be able to tell your own story. And so today has been an incredible gift for me. A couple of closing thoughts before we get to what Andres said earlier is this is about action. There is no such thing as other people's children. Kelly Nacimiento. There is no such thing as other people's children. It takes a village, and it's the village of this room and beyond. Joy is not small, joy is resistance. I hope you guys are all filled with joy today and that you take that joy back out to the communities that you serve. Of course, Nike, if you have a body, you're an athlete. So let's just make sure that not just the kids in your lives are playing, but that you're playing, that you're moving, that you're engaging. Brandy, what can you do? Just do leadership. Do leadership. You know, everybody is a leader. And don't gatekeep. If you're a sponsor out there or a corporate brand, Stick says don't gatekeep creators and partners. Invite them in, let them sit at a table. He said, I wish I would. He kept it PG, which I really appreciate. And then finally, I think one line that moved me as well is Jasmine Maeda said about what is play. It's creating what was beyond what you thought was possible. Creating what you thought was beyond possible. That's the purpose of Beyond Spectacle. We have in this room created what we thought was beyond possible. But there is more that you can do, and I think we're going to have 3 QR codes. So there's 3 things that you can do beyond just being a leader. If you're interested in joining the Play Equity Fund and advocacy efforts, Fernando talked about it, we want to make sure that the state legislature and the governor put $3 million in the budget so that we can get a youth sports study done around the creation of a youth sports department or commission in the state of California. We are one of the few, yes, round of applause for that. We are one of the few countries in the world that don't have a youth sports department. It's an unregulated industry. Unregulated. That's just simply unacceptable. We have to do better by our kids, at least in the state of California. So if you want to join the advocacy efforts, go to the Action Center with the QR code. If you're interested in supporting the MOVE Fund, how amazing is that? Nike is a brand that just doesn't walk the talk. They are in the streets doing the thing. We're on pace to raise $30 million over the next 5 years to support 25 grassroots coalitions in cities across this country who are doing system change work in addition to supporting organizations. So if you want to be part of the MOVE Fund, scan that QR code. Yes, round of applause for Nike. And that last, but certainly not least, this morning started with the 26 champions that we're recognizing for our World Cup legacy. These are organizations that have been supported with a 2-year grant for operating. We didn't ask them how they wanted to spend it. You spend it how you see fit. But that's just a small drop in the bucket of what these organizations need, particularly at this moment. And so if you scan that QR code, you will be taken to those 26 organizations' website to get more information of how you can get involved, how you can volunteer, how can you be a coach, how can you financially support these organizations. Because today, for it to matter, has to be about a beautiful conversation. This would be a nice conversation in a beautiful room. It has to be about us thinking and acting differently of how we're going to do more than just fund programs, but how are we going to change what isn't working and build what's missing? That is the point of Beyond Spectacle. It is to play because it matters. So just thank you for today. Thank you for all that you do for communities, and thank you for giving me a place to belong. Last thing I'll say, just in a reflection with Anita de France, this is my 11th year at the foundation. And my very first day in Anita's office, in January 4th of 2016, was a bouquet of flowers. And there was a card from Anita de France. And she said to me, Renata, for 3 decades, this organization has filled me with joy. I only hope the same for you. I'm joyful, so thank you.